Here we are with the Commander deck, forged in stone. It's the white deck, and as you can see, Nahiri the Lithomancer, and there she is too. Isn't that cool? Alright, now I have, in the interest of time, already opened. Alright, so with the typical Commander decks, you get a large oversized card. You can get sleeves for them, but they do tend to be quite hard to find. So you've got your commander that will go over in the command zone, just off camera there. I'll just move the mat. And that's basically where you cast the commander from anyway. Okay, moving along. Pretty cool box. You know, it holds the whole thing. Alright. Now I did open this and put things in sleeves because I'm a bit pedantic like that. Alright, Stoneforged Blade. It's Nahiri's -10. A Gurm token. Okay. Alright. You've got 3 core soldiers, 3 Pegasus. Double-sided tokens are fantastic. You've got 4 soldiers. Now I use soldier tokens quite a lot and I do like this art. If you look on the other side, spirits. 2 angel tokens that are also cat tokens, so they win. Cat tokens win. Now we've got Nahiri. Now she's actually well, I should say, we'll use proper English. She's quite an important character in the magic lore. She, along with Ugin the Spirit Dragon and Sorin, were on Zendikar to trap the Eldrazi. I'll hold the card up again. Now in the background there are these Hedron things, and Nahiri used her stone forging ways to create those to help hold the Eldrazi. Now remember, well, we're heading back to Zendikar soon, so hopefully she's going to be important then, because apparently she went missing and no one can find her, and yeah, we'll see. Now, Giselle Goldmane. Now, do you recognise that last name, Goldmane, at all? No? Yes? Maybe? It's Ajani's brother, who unfortunately died, but that is what ignited Ajani's Planeswalker Spark. And while we're on the subject of Ajani, I find it quite interesting that the first other Planeswalker that Ajani encountered was Sarkhan. So Sarkhan's a very important guy too. Okay, we've got Kimbra, Car Regent, basically a car, and is the person who's in charge of the Leonin Narcatal, whatever they're calling themselves. And she was the one who Ajani left in charge of the Pride when he left to go explore. Now I'm not going to go over every single card because we will be here for 7 or 8, maybe 9 hours. Alright, Mentor of the Meek. 2 colourless, 1 white. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, draw a card. Now it's important to note that this does trigger off tokens. So if you've got any number of cards that get you some kind of token, pay an extra 1 mana and you draw a card. Geist Honoured Monk. That's some cool art. Has vigilance. Geist Honoured Monk power and toughness equals the number of creatures you control. So it's kind of like Seraph of the Masses. Put 2/1 and you get 2. Okay, this gets it even better. So it's a 5 cost, and it's going to come in as a 3/3 and give you 2 1/1 white spirit creature tokens. And those spirit tokens have flying, so potential chump blockers, but remember, she counts herself. because its power, her power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control. You do control her, she is a creature, she counts as 1. Requiem Angel. Whenever another non-spirit creature you control dies, put a 1/1 white spirit creature token onto the battlefield with flying. Fantastic. A 6 drop that's a 5/5 with flying. I'll take it. Pretty cool power there for that one. Lots of angels. Another Adarka Valkyrie. Flying and vigilance. Useful already. It's a 6 drop, which is fine. Because of course you're getting flying and vigilance is handy. You can attack and block with the same guy, girl, whatever. When target creature other than Adarka Valkyrie dies this turn, return that card to the battlefield under your control, and that is her tap ability, which you can use after the combat phase because she has vigilance. Expect that to be a big target when you're playing Commander against this deck. A 6/6 for 6, vigilance, giant, Sun Titan. Cool. Whenever Sun Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, you may return target permanent card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Interesting. Okay, this one I'm mentioning. Sunblast Angel. It has flying. At 4 colourless, 2 white. It's a 4/5, respectable. Of course it has flying, so it's respectable. Yeah, moving on. When Sunblast Angel enters the battlefield, destroy all tapped creatures. That will include yours, unfortunately. Moving along. Lots of angels, a few avatars. Soldier creatures have vigilance. Mobilization. It's an enchantment for 3. And for 3, you get a white soldier token. Now that is very useful because if you're just not drawing what you need, you can get another body out on the field. And sacrificing Pegasus is not cool. Lots of enchantments. Now okay, we'll talk about an instant because that is some nice art. Choose an opponent. You and that player each put 3 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying onto the battlefield. Choose an opponent. You gain 2 life for each creature you control, and that player gains 2 life for each creature he or she controls. Possibly making, in a multiplayer game, you could definitely gain some allies by doing that. You know, it's like, okay, I'm going to cast this. Oh, by the way, everyone gets 3 spirit tokens. And I've just dropped some. Now, we've got Loxodon's Warhammer. Which is worth mentioning because this deck has an equipment theme. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has trample and lifelink. Now, our friend Nahiri, her +2 is put a 1/1 white core soldier creature token onto the battlefield. You may attach an equipment you control to it. Her -2, you may put an equipment card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. Your opponent destroys your equipment, you can bring it back. Pearl Medallion. It's an artifact, 2 colourless. White spells you cast cost 1 colourless less to cast. That's bargain. Deploy to the front. Put X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield, where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield. That will include your opponents. So you can get quite a few extra dudes with that. And used in conjunction with wherever it is. No. Okay, Sierra Avatar. Power and toughness are equal to your life total. Wow. That could be quite a threat. Now, we've just... Oh no. Alright, lots of planes. Almost every planes seems to be from a different set. Kind of looks like it because we've got... Those are the Hedrons that I was talking about earlier. Okay. Emeria the Skyron. Now this card is worth mentioning. It does enter the battlefield tapped. It is white mana, that is great. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 7 or more planes, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, overall, I am impressed. I like the box that it is in. There's only a few modifications that I would like to make. Another kitty. White Mane Lion. And as you can see, more cards. Most of its equipment. Now, I'm going to mention Skull Clamp. Now this is Commander legal, but it is not legal in Modern. So don't be thinking that you can use it in Modern, because you can't. Lots of equipment. Quite a few creatures and other things. I have yet to test this deck. And I've just made a complete mess, but that's okay. Now, getting a small amount of tokens that you actually need is fantastic. Yeah, okay, Commander decks do cost quite a lot, but it's ready to go out of the box, including the tokens you need. So it is a win-win. I would suggest playing at least... Like, I've played a lot of Commander over the years. Not always, we didn't always play it. You know, we did have some house rules, which we don't need to talk about now, but hey, that's cool because most places do. So, get one of these decks because it's awesome, and the packaging is quite nice. Because there's 5 other Commander decks, and I should probably have mentioned this first, but this is the first time a Commander deck can be led by a Planeswalker. Fantastic. Hopefully you've got a few ideas and you like what you saw. Apologies for not going over every single card. I don't want you to have to sit here all day. Anyway, in closing, there are not enough cats in this deck. I can fix that though. Skull Clamp is in this, and I'm not too sure that was a good idea. I do like the fact that we've got some more story with Nahiri, because she's pretty cool. And I finally have the commander that goes with my playmat. And for you long-time fans of Magic, there's a card called Stoneforge Mystic, which is now banned. But notice Nahiri, if you're familiar with the card Stoneforge Mystic, looks a lot like Nahiri. They are not the same person. It is just to point out that she knows the whole Stoneforge way. Anyway, giant big cards are kind of cool and shiny. New Planeswalkers are nice. There are 15 new cards in this set that are only legal in Commander, a couple of banned cards that are only legal in Commander, and it's looking like a very interesting deck with a lot of story behind it. So thanks for watching, do appreciate it. Have you got a Commander deck? Did you make it yourself? Did you buy it? Did you buy one and modify it? I would like to know, because I do have about 3 Commander decks over the years, or had. And normally I play like slivers because 5 colours is awesome, but it is nice to have like a dedicated Commander deck. Anyway, I will let you go back to doing whatever you were doing before you clicked on this video. Thanks for watching, I do appreciate it, and please go watch something else.